He's in charge.
All right. I got a question to all the fans out there.
And welcome back to the Duck Call Room.
Hey, they need to help us.
Time out. Hunter, where's my clock?
The clock's going.
Huh?
7,
It's running.
8, 9,
Boo.
10,
I need a rear view mirror then.
11.
Yep.
Okay, now we're ready. Hey, everybody. This is the Duck Call Room.
I don't know why it turned off.
With all your favorite Duck Dynasty stars,
Godwin.
Uncle Si, Justin Martin, John Godwin, and me, the trusty sidekick,
How are you doing?
Willie's old assistant.
And I got a challenge for them.
Oh,
A
go
challenge.
Yeah. Well, hey, here's what I want to know, okay?
All right.
Our great minds of this country
Oh, Lord.
have got guesses or theories, whatever the word you want to use. I want to hear about, hey, how do you think everything you see got here? We, the people. I want to hear from the people. What do you think how it got here?
What? What do you... Our fans?
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, come up with what you how you think everything got here.
You're asking
Y'all,
our
you
fans.
go in great detail if you feel like it.
Let there be.
Let there be.
I got a feeling.
There's one way.
Yeah. Can we start in Genesis?
Yeah, I
well,
think that's
hey.
where our fans are probably going to lead you to.
Why start?
Well, hey, you never know.
Page 1.
Well, hey, you never know though.
In the beginning.
Yeah.
I got one on me.
they
I
can
think I
leave
got
a
tiny
voicemail.
version.
Huh?
They can leave a voicemail about it.
Oh, leave
yeah.
a voicemail.
Yeah.
Voicemail.
I
No,
don't know.
no,
We'll have a little
I
expose.
really
There you
want
go.
to. I really want to know because hey, look, there's some smart people out there. I want to hear from the we the people.
We
Yep,
the
page
people.
1.
Okay.
That's what I'd go with right here.
Well, that was something I was talking about to Si when I went to Yellowstone. Okay, before phones, we go out there hunting at Woodrill Tree in Wyoming.
Mhm.
There's always a fire.
Yep.
Well, there was fires before we were here.
Oh, absolutely. Lightning.
I mean, lightning strike.
Yeah, that happened.
Dry
that happened
humidity.
before mankind.
All right, there's a large pole pine tree grows in Yellowstone Park. So
Mhm.
I'm sure it grows other places. This thing has a certain number of cones on that tree has a rosin and the cone don't open. Don't let the seed out. Unless there's extreme heat.
So it takes a fire to reproduce.
God said,
I love it.
I'm going to burn it down and I'm going to replant it.
Hey, I'll rebuild. I'll burn it down and then I'll rebuild.
Now, was that design?
Accident.
Yeah, although that would just happen chance. Now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would a pine tree in the middle of Yellowstone take extreme heat
well, not only that,
to
look,
seed
look
itself?
underneath all of what's going on in Yellowstone Park.
I've
That's
never
Hey,
been.
amazing.
and you've got to ask yourself, why does that, and like, what is it? Old Faithful comes up, does this thing every few minutes.
Yeah, 90 minutes.
Every hour.
Well,
Give or take.
Would you think you ought to think maybe there's a reason that it actually every 90 minutes some pressure is released.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if it don't,
It had, they
then
put a
maybe we'll
camera.
have
They
a,
put a camera down in there.
St. Helens
It's got
blow the top of the hill off.
It's got 2 chambers and like a little old bitty 4-inch spout in it. And it rises up in there and heats up. And that chamber fills up and starts boiling like a tea kettle. And then
Uh-oh.
when the tea's ready, it blows
Oh.
it.
No, because see,
And
that's
then
what,
when it
that's
empties-
what I was saying. There's so many things, in my humble opinion, of all these ecosystems and all this stuff and all the stuff that you can see.
Well, where's all that water coming from?
Out there in the drought.
I mean, it's been doing it for,
Well, again, go
Ever
to
since-
Genesis.
I mean,
It don't ever run out of water.
That's
does it?
right, because God said, I did what? I separated the waters from the waters.
So as a man who loves a hot tub, did you go stick your toe in?
no.
Oh, no, hey. No,
you
that's-
don't do that.
That's acid. That's acid.
Nuh-uh.
That's
I just-
acid?
You don't even stick
Oh,
your
yeah.
face over it.
Hold on.
Yeah, you can't mess with some of that stuff up there. Dude, it'll burn your hide off of.
Hold on.
Godwin said you don't even stick your face around that thing.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, I'm serious.
The
When
last
you
thing
walking
I'm
on them
thinking-
boardwalks and that hot water's out there?
Do you feel the heat radiating off
You
of
can.
it? Yeah. I didn't know.
I don't
Plus,
like.
it's got some type of acid in it.
I think it's heavy
Yeah,
and
some of it
sulfur.
does,
Stinks. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it smells
Yeah.
Well,
like
it's got that
rotten eggs.
fire and brimstone smell to it.
Yeah, it's got rotten eggs and
Yeah,
stuff.
right,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can
I don't
smell
like
it.
that.
That ought to let you know hell's a real place. Something like that. That's just a little preview.
Volcano. What's a volcano
That
doing
where-
up
that where-
there? in the-
That's just showing you a little snippet
Yeah.
of what's
Snake-
under there.
That's
Thinking
probably what the
mount.
gates look like.
Yeah,
Hot water.
You don't want to
baby.
get in there.
yeah.
That's an amazing place. So I'm glad old Teddy.
Yeah.
But that 1872.
What was the most interesting critter you saw out there on vacation, Godwin?
Interesting critter.
Buffalo.
Well,
No, he said
They
that.
wanted
There
to
was
see
a
a
ton
wolf,
of
but they
them.
didn't get to see
we didn't see a
wild
wolf. We seen a moose.
Yeah,
and,
moose, bear.
the interesting thing was this antelope. He was herding his woman.
Oh,
I mean, like a cutting horse.
uh-huh.
He was running her all over the place. He was trying, all them cars, I feel sorry for them animals sometimes because they're trying to get across the road and the cars all pile up and they can't. And then, like this, we had this grizzly, had 2 cubs, and she was walking in the, she kept,
What? Hold on. Grizzly bear
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
She was
Yeah.
trying,
The
they
big
was-
one.
by
we
your
was-
car?
The big one.
well, 100 yards.
Yeah.
But
That's
she
close
was,
enough.
she was
That's close
trying to,
enough.
she was trying to cross the road to get to the creek.
At
What-
the zoo?
No, in
No, it ain't no
Yellowstone.
zoo.
In the wild?
In the wild.
Yeah, I got
no.
video of her.
Yeah.
And
That's wild.
they kept stopping and she kept having to walk over. And that's one thing people don't understand. These animals are wild, but
They
are-
look
they
that
are,
tame.
they are so used to these vehicles in these parks. They let you get a little closer than what
It-
we see around here.
Well, it's
and then that's very, very, very dangerous.
yeah,
'cause
it is.
they
I
are
I don't want
wild.
to get close.
Yeah.
You touch a grizzly.
Oh, I didn't touch it. I knew better than that. We seen 5 bears one day.
5 bears.
2 blacks.
I don't like bears.
I
Bears are
actually took a
big.
picture of one bear, and there was 2 of them in the picture. I didn't know there was 2 there.
See? And
Any-
they're sneaky.
Big
And they're
bull.
sneaky,
Big
too.
bull
They-
elk.
Yeah. That whole park is nothing but for the enjoyment of the people.
For the people.
Benefit and enjoyment of the people.
That's right.
Oh, Teddy was. All,
Oh, he was a conservative.
A what?
Conservationist.
Or conservatives, whatever. Yeah.
Conservationist.
You know what I was talking
Yeah,
about.
that's what he is. It's on the list to do with the boys once they get of age to enjoy it.
Yellowstone?
Well, it's worth going.
Yeah.
It really
When
is.
did you go?
Oh, good grief.
March.
Probably in the 70s.
Okay.
benefit.
Me and my wife,
enjoyment of
and we had a big fight, and it made my mama so mad. She said, if I had a broom handle, I'd beat both of you.
Oh, so you took it was a family vacation.
Oh yeah, it was a whole deal.
was Phil there?
Yeah, Dad was pipe fitting out there. You know,
Was
Oh.
Phil there?
huh? No.
Oh.
Daddy was big. He's a big history buff, or was. So he looked at all the wagon trails that when
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
was moving west.
Mhm.
Son, you talking about, what would you do if you come up to the Grand Canyon and you're in a wagon train and you got to cross this sucker?
I'd probably stop on that
Yeah.
east side of it, and that'd be where I call
You
home.
could go across that dam.
How did
No.
Yeah,
hey,
take the
the
Hoover
thing
Dam
about
across.
it,
wasn't there. then.
you'd got these sites that's got it. And they said, nope. What we did is they broke out the block and tackle and the ropes.
Well, how'd
Hey.
they get up the other side?
Hey, let them down, let everything down, and you'd have a bunch that would, go around the long way, and we'll meet you in 2 months and before you ever.
I'd
But
have
imagine-
When you
I'd have
was
been on
there,
that 2-month journey.
you're standing there
Oh.
and looking at this and saying, wait a minute. They lowered big wagons, mules, 6 to 8 mules for each one, everything they had.
At the top of that canyon be what you call a pinch point.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was
The
amazing.
log jam.
Yeah, it was amazing. I just said, well, hey,
Yeah.
But what
I
if you
know
was,
one thing. When it comes to manhood, I don't measure up.
what if you was just bebopping out across there and you saw that hot water shooting out the ground?
Well, that's another thing.
I'm
I
headed
mean, that's another. I'm about
different
Oh,
direction.
man.
Yeah.
I would have never
Kentucky.
made it there because I
Yeah.
would have seen a
That's
bear.
what John Coulter,
I'd have
Mountain
never-
Man, was the first one to see it.
Because
I'd
some of the
And
movies,
he come back to the rendezvous and was telling them.
Yeah.
They said, "You've
Yeah.
been in the woods too long."
And
Yeah.
you done
Yeah,
got
you-
you done got on
Yeah.
that peyote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like that around here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you got to think about it.
How high does it shoot?
Yo,
It shoots about, I don't know, high, real high.
no, oh yeah, yeah.
Did you have to do this, Godwin?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, you got to look up.
Yeah.
Oh, good gracious.
And at
Oh,
a
yeah.
distance, so you know.
Oh, it's a geyser.
Yeah.
Yeah. When the Old Faithful blows, yeah, it's something to see.
No, that's a cool one.
Yeah.
That one's there. I mean, right there, we've seen Devil's Tower so much hunting out there that it's you kind of get numb to it. But for people that ain't never seen that thing out in the middle of
That's
nothing,
pretty awesome.
that's a neat one.
We went up to the bottom of it.
Yeah,
Walked halfway to the.
I shot a deer looking at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Staring right at
No,
it.
just when I think back, I like the first guys that, Jim Bridger and them guys, the Trailblazers.
Yeah.
When
That
they
was
first,
men.
Or when they first come up on stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
what they must have thought.
Oh,
And then when they come back, like you're talking about, they were telling them, I said, hey, you've been out in the woods too long, son.
Yeah.
You're hallucinating.
yeah. People looking at them like we look at you when you start talking about that panther.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Before we
But
get,
Hold on.
It
I
is-
met somebody.
It is pretty awesome.
Oh,
to
he
see,
met
though.
somebody.
Very,
I met
very
a lady
good
in
place to
mosquito
go.
control in Florida, and she said she's seen a black Florida panther.
A black Florida panther.
Mhm.
Okay, I told
Good
you
for
about
her.
that.
And Jace baptized her, so she's not lying.
Okay, that's right.
good for
That's
her.
right. A Christian woman would.
Not lying.
Our friend Amy painted this rock and dropped it off for us, and you know what? I have actual proof that she did that.
Who did that?
So
Amy?
just saying.
Yeah.
Amy who?
Just saying. When somebody says they painted a rock
There you go.
and they drop it off,
That's a painted rock.
This is way more proof than a black cat. So, just saying.
So while I was gone, I heard there was a lot of discussion about a black cat,
Yeah.
which I hate I missed.
Black being. I don't know. None of us were there. Nobody here was there. So why would
Nah.
we talk about it?
It's weird, right?
Hey,
Me and Cy,
Hey.
right? Just point it out.
No, it's weird because this is the first time I think I've ever gone a full teal season without hunting with Godwin. He went on vacation, come back, got sick, and then next thing you know, it's over.
I know.
Well,
I got
here's-
scolded for that this
hey,
morning.
I got to add this.
Unashamed. Jay said, "This
Here's
is
how
a
positive I am
intervention."
that the Black Panther exists.
Oh boy.
Tell us.
Because if I was down on Phil's land deer hunting
Mm-hmm.
and one actually come out in front of me,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and I got my rifle in my hand, I could kill him, and then all the discussion would end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I wouldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's how much I believe. Okay, I'm not going to shoot him because he might be the last one.
Well, just so we're clear,
Mm-hmm.
on the other side of that, if I do, I will.
Well, hey, each to his own.
Is that legal?
Not illegal.
Hey, I called them.
That's
I
a good,
called
like-
the game wardens. They told me no, and I said, "Wait a minute, hold it." Everybody's always laughing and accusing me. Oh, he's insane because I said now I call the law.
The law.
Game wardens. I called them and said, "Hey, look, why can't I shoot my imagination? Since y'all say I'm crazy and that I'm just making it up,
Thank you.
I'll tell you why. Because if I shot him, then it would be over. It wouldn't be no doubt." Okay, Uncle Si is right. He did exist. And, hey, he finally had to kill him to prove it to you, idiot.
Well, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to roll the dice.
Well, hey, roll the dice.
Roll the
I'm not.
dice.
I wouldn't kill him if he's,
That's actually a great question.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't kill him if I could.
I'm going to do that, then I'm going to get him taxidermied, and I'm going to put him in your living room
There you go. Hey.
Oh.
Yeah.
with a
And that way
sign on,
we just have.
Can I inherit it?
Hey, I just thought I had a few fans now.
with a
Hey,
sign on it that says I was right.
that's right.
I
Hey,
was right.
this old deal
I
about,
believe.
what Phil say, the new book he wrote?
I might be wrong,
Yeah, I might be wrong.
but I doubt.
I'm
I
a
doubt
Robertson. Oh, no, but I doubt it.
it.
Sorry.
Hey, that's a great question though. If a moose walks into my backyard,
Yeah.
there's no moose season here.
Yeah,
Can I shoot it?
Hey, fire away.
probably
I would.
you might if
They
say,
get
hey,
eaten.
I felt my life was threatened.
That's right.
You better go, after you do it, you better go grab a hoof and hit yourself in the face real hard with it or
Yeah.
something.
Why? Because there's no laws against shooting
Hey,
moose.
no, hey, go out that dragon and throw him through the front window. No, hey, look, I was sitting here watching Gunsmoke. And next thing I know,
I had a man been jump roping.
Fastest can't run off.
I mean, he's in a lot better shape than he's ever been, but I don't see my man dragging a moose.
Dragging a moose is going to take a second.
Me neither, because it took all I could to drag that 300-pound alligator up that hill. It feels like.
there you go, boys.
Louisiana moose laws. 6 per season.
Oh,
There you go.
6 per season. Oh, I didn't know that.
They said fire away.
Oh, that's just deer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's deer. Okay. I do use blowing smoke.
Oh, Godwin.
What?
You know what feels good? Having a healthy lifestyle. And that's why we've been drinking AG1 for so long. You know what?
Drink it while it's hot.
It helps you build a healthy morning routine. In just 60 seconds, you can get your daily dose of vitamins, minerals, pre and probiotics, adaptogens, and more. And that's why we've been with them for like 2 or 3 years now. I drink AG1 because it's daily self-care for me. I know that I'm doing at least one good thing for my body every day when I start my day with AG1. I really like it. It's so simple. And are you still drinking it while it's hot?
Yeah.
It disturbs me that you do that. But
It's Luke. It's not hot.
okay. I like to drink it with a cold bottle of water. Just bam, shake it up, and you are good to go. You're going to feel sharper, more energized, and just all around better throughout the day. And here's why you can trust us. Has anybody ever paid you for fitness advice?
Nope.
Me neither. We are not fitness gurus.
Nope.
We are normal guys who have normal jobs
Get up and go.
and get up and go. And we love AG1, and it just makes you feel better. And we've all been kind of getting a little healthier in the duck call room.
Oh,
And
yeah.
AG1 is a big part of that. I like it so much. I tell everybody listening to this podcast about it all the time. But also, I sent my cousin some as a gift the other day in Georgia. My wife's been drinking it. If you're trying to get healthy, it's a great way to start. In a research study, 80% of participants noticed less gas and bloating after 30 days of drinking
It
AG1.
does.
My wife appreciates that. And 97% of participants felt digestion improved after just 90 days. AG1 is made with bioavailable ingredients that actually work for your body, and AG1 helps fill nutrient gaps and support your gut for a healthy digestion. Just one scoop does all that. So start with AG1 and notice the difference for yourself. It's a great first step to investing in your health, and that's why they've been a proud partner of ours for so long. Try AG1 and get a free bottle of vitamin D3, K2, and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase at drinkag1.com/duck. That's a $48 value for free. If you go to drinkag1.com/duck, check it out.
We have a lot of fans in East Tennessee and Western Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys are facing, essentially hell on earth. Like, let's just call it what it is.
It is.
Disaster, roads crumbling, can't get to people, all the things. You are certainly in our thoughts and prayers. And if anybody listening is wondering how they can get involved, I want to make sure I say this right, which is why I'm getting on my phone. You can help with donations to our friends over at Samaritan's Purse, which obviously we've talked about a lot on here, or to the Black Mountain Children's Home. So those are two causes that we know that we support here. So if you're North Carolina, Kentucky, Tennessee, Florida, if you're any Georgia, if you're any of that stuff, want to know how you can get involved, those are two great places to help get involved with the disaster relief and all the things. But I saw Greenville, Tennessee. I've done a couple of events in Greenville, Tennessee, meet and greets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We all did one in Greenville together. And so, our thoughts and prayers are out with you guys, along with our resources. We've donated some stuff, money for waters and foods and all those things. So keep your head up out there. I know it feels like hell on earth, and it is while you're living it. But
Terrible.
it's crazy that a hurricane can do that to mountains. So
Hurricanes are...
they suck. At the end of the day, man, they suck.
Yep.
Like they are what they are. They're part of it, but they suck. So there you go. Anyway.
We're praying for you.
Yeah, had to mention our hillbillies. And look, just out of the good spirit of things, we'll give you this. Johnny D's wearing that hat today. Rocky Top, baby.
Oh,
Oh,
Rocky
yeah.
Top, you'll always be...
You know.
Home sweet home.
Oh, listen to them vocals.
Yeah. Go
Good
on.
old Rocky Top.
Woo!
Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Get it, boys.
I did wear this hat just for Brittany today. We
Hey,
apparently
how's that?
my brother-in-law is going full.
He's buying into it. Buying into the hype.
Hey, it's better than any other football team I'm sure.
Hey, know this, though,
Amen.
people, you're not by yourself.
No.
You got
Yeah.
people that love you and are willing to do stuff for you.
Asher and all
help you
them in
out.
the Carolinas, they all on top of a mountain, can't get out.
Yeah, we had some people email in about checking in on the Dashers and our we have a contingent in
Al and them got out there.
We finally got them Dashers where we want them.
Yeah, on top of a
On
mountain.
top-
On the top of a
on
mountain
top of
where
mountain, ladies.
where they
Surrounded.
can't
We
get
got
out.
a baby last ladies.
They barely got back. They were
Oh,
they
boy.
weren't even there when it happened, I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's messy.
That's just a joke.
That Black
guys.
Mountain region is beautiful.
We like to give them Dashers a hard time.
Yeah.
So that's just a joke, obviously. In all seriousness, we do love you guys out there. So anyway, Johnny D, you had an interesting follow-up. Look, last time you were here, you talked about
Interesting is a word I would
you-
choose to use.
You talked about you were going to prison.
I went to prison, Si.
Went to
Oh, that's
prison.
right. You've
I've
already
been
gone.
to jail before.
Okay.
So I subbed in kind of for Si to go to Angola, and that yeah, that's a different place.
Yeah.
Oh, Angola.
Would you want to go and live there?
Maybe like if I was the warden. Everybody
Oh,
else,
you
I
don't
met,
want to be one of the inmates?
I'm gonna stay on this side of the bars.
What
but,
did you experience?
But I will say, I would go back in a heartbeat. I would go back tomorrow. If they were like, hey, we got a thing going on, I'm in. Like, it was amazing. What was cool about it is, and then I didn't know, like, they're like, hey, you speak for like, just short. You and Willie, 30 minutes. I was like, cool. That means me for 4, Willie for 26. Yeah, there you go.
There
And
you go.
so I didn't know, what we were doing, didn't know the schedule. And then I look up and me and Willie are first. So like first guy that people are going to hear.
Oh, go ahead.
It's like, hey, everybody.
Yeah. Get in there, coach.
But it was like, I was watching them worship and I was like, I got up on stage and said, Willie invited me to prison. We ended up at church somehow. Like they were all fired up for Jesus. Like I just mentioned my favorite Bible verse. The dudes in the front are like quoting it, like reading it along with me I'm like, what is happening here? And they're like, oh, those are the guys that all have been through seminary. I was like, oh, they're just here volunteering. They're like, no, they live here.
Yeah.
But once they got here, they changed their lives around, and what they chose to study is, seminary, the Bible, and all this. And I was like, really cool stuff.
You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free.
And so I think we had 900 inmates show up from different prisons. Unbelievable. Like,
Oh, so this wasn't just an Angola thing.
No, they brought
They brought
bust
in
some
people
in
from the outside.
Oh,
they
okay.
bust in a few other prisons. I
Hey.
met a guy that worked at the automotive place right here.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, hey, man, I used to work right beside you guys. And I was like, oh. He goes, but I'm getting out November 2nd. He's not in Angola.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, he's in prison.
Okay.
Oh,
And
wow.
I got his name. I said, hey, come see me on November 8th when you can come see me. And
So what I think you was fixed to say, and then we got off on something else, is they're just people
100%. And I've never
that have run into what this world has to offer,
made
made
mistakes.
bad choices,
Yeah.
and we've all been there.
We've all made bad decisions. Some of them just have longer standing consequences.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I met some great people, great guys. I do need to say this. I've been in a lot of back rooms helping out with Willie, met a lot of big time celebrities, and I feel like I got a pretty good nose for which ones are jerks and which ones are the real freaking deal. And Lauren freaking Daigle, the girl that sings the Christian music,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
whenever we get to heaven and they're giving out the awards for best Christian, she's gonna win them all. Like, it was the most unbelievable thing I've ever
And a
seen.
Louisiana girl.
Yeah. Oh,
Lafayette, Louisiana girl.
she's
yeah.
up there doing her set, and the inmates are like yelling out what song they want to hear. So she just changes. She's like, "Yeah, I'll go with you guys," and it like sings the song, and they know every word. And I'm like, I thought we were going to prison. Like, I thought I was going to like meet some rough guys and tell them about Jesus. And they're like, no, they're here to teach you.
so you
son."
had a revival.
Oh,
In
yeah.
other words, you at the prison didn't even come
Well,
into
that's
play.
pretty awesome.
It was really cool.
Hey, I told you it's going to be a neat experience.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then, So we do the whole thing, and I did find out that's the first time anything like that's been in Angola in 7 years. They've done smaller stuff like in their chapel, but 900 guys out there worshiping. It's been 7 years since they've done that. Which was like, that's crazy to think about. Like these guys haven't got to, and to go, which I was like, man, it feels kind of open. Like, who's to say we can't just all start running? They didn't. And I was like, well,
they know better.
Yeah. And like, they just had them sitting there like, we're bringing you lunch. So to go to this thing, you had to commit to 8 hours sitting there listening. And the only reason you got to go up was to go to the bathroom, and you had to ask and go with them. But I like walked around, handed out some God Behind Bars bracelets. But God Behind Bars is doing incredible stuff.
This is amazing for some reason. Corey was here on the podcast talking about when we went to San Quentin.
Yeah.
I had to leave early. They stayed, and baptized 86 people that night. And Corey said, like you talking about, she said, we're in San Quentin, but it was like we was at a great Billy Graham revival meeting.
Oh, that's how it was.
Where the day was just on fire. All of them are singing and praising Jesus. So it's she won't swallow.
Oh,
but that's the cool part about that. That's why I brought up about, hey, look, they're just people, okay, that made some mistakes in their choices in life.
Yeah.
Okay. And now, like Martin said, the consequences are a little bit heavier. Okay. But we've all been there where we've done stupid stuff. Okay. And then you have to suck it up. If you do the crime, you do the time.
All right. So are you ready for the story of all stories?
Get it.
This is the story I got. So then we're done, and they're like, you guys want to go visit Death Row? And I'm like, no, thanks. I think I'm good.
Yeah. I don't blame you. Thank you.
Legitimately, I
think I would have passed.
So here's the story.
Yeah.
I get back on the bus, not the prison bus taking everybody. Corey's getting on. Jeffrey's getting on. Parker's getting on. I'm like, I'm kind of tired. Nah. And then I see Parker and his guitar, and I'm like, are these guys about to go worship on Death Row? And I'm going to be on this bus. Bus is about to close the door. I jump out. I'm like, I'm in. Jump on the bus, and I'm the last person on the bus. And here we are headed to Death Row. Warden gives us a big talk. Like no pictures, no nothing. So we're going in there. He's like, some of these halls, you're going to look, you're going to see people down them. You're not going to meet those people. You don't get to talk to them. You don't want to talk to them. I was like, deal. There's another hall you're going to walk down, say hey to a few guys. I shook some guys' hands. Then we're going to go out to the yard. The yard is like a half court of basketball. That's it. That's the only outside.
So this room, essentially.
A little bigger than this room.
Just a little bit bigger, yeah.
Maybe double this room. But we're going out to the yard where there's guys who have been given the death sentence, and that's the only outside time they get. And we're walking out there with them. And I'm like, what have I got myself into? So I go out there. I'm talking to a guy. I bench pressed, just in case. They had some weights. I was like, I'm going to do this real quick. And I'm just trying to be kind of friendly. But at the same time, I'm like, we're here. Like,
you talk about a bunch of boys that ain't got nothing to live for either. And on this earth,
this is wild.
Like, because what are they going to do? Go back to prison? They're there. So with an expiration date.
So Parker and this other worship band, they start leading worship. And a couple of these inmates are just all in. And I'm getting chills thinking about it. So I was nervous. I'm not going to lie. I ain't going to try and act bigger. And
how could you not be?
I know it.
I got my back in a corner. Like, I'm like, like, ain't nobody behind me. I'm behind Parker. I'm like,
from the group I'm hearing, can I recommend stay real close to Parker?
Yeah, Parker's strong.
And he's younger, stronger, and has a weapon.
But he got the guitar.
He got the guitar. We're gonna go WWE
the guys were all
up in there.
Super nice, and the warden kind of explained his theory on death row, and it's different than a lot of them. To give them a little, everybody that's been in there has been in there. There's guys that have been in that building for 30 years. One building, sleeping in a cell. Got it 1 hour a day to go outside. Like it's crazy to think about. And they did stuff where they earned it,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So we're doing worship songs. We do too. I look over Lauren Daigle. By the way, I'm in the corner like, eyeballing kind of. She's out in the middle, eyes closed, hands in the air, just worshiping. She knows one guy in there because she's been there like 5 times. I'm like, this lady's unbelievable. She gets up, goes and rips off her You Say song, just a cappella. And I was like, I'm about to just boo-hoo cry. And then it happened. This guy, they called him up and said, hey, you want to sing a song? A dude on death row led 40 people going to do prison ministry. Like, we're like, oh, here let's Christians are going to go do our prison ministry. He gets up and starts singing, I Need Thee. I looked him up because I know his name. I met him. He's been in there since 1995 in that building.
Wow.
I was 6.
Yeah.
Deal season's been going on, so you got to have a duck stamp. But it's not just for duck hunting.
That's right.
It's for conservationists, hikers, going in the woods. I mean, it's all kind of stuff. Federal duck stamps are special stamps that hunters are required to buy if they want to hunt migratory waterfowl. But they're not just for hunters, collectors, conservationists, folks who love the outdoors also buy them because they know how much good these stamps do.
Amen, buddy.
Federal Duck Stamp Program has amazing legacy. Look, the Duck Stamp Program has helped preserve more than 6 million acres of wetlands. Yeah, that's good for us. Wetlands are incredibly important, not just for ducks. They provide essential habitats for hundreds of species of waterfowl, other animals, plants, grasses, which provides habitat for breeding, feeding, and resting.
Well, then every other animal in the woods,
Well, yeah.
he goes there too. So
listen to this. How much of the sale of each duck stamp do you think goes toward conservation?
probably like 15%.
No,
I
10%?
think you got to go a little higher than that.
No.
Yeah.
42%.
Oh.
98%.
98%.
I told you had to go higher.
That's almost
pretty
100.
awesome.
Hey.
Conservation for the National Wildlife Refuge System. That's where it goes. And if you ever enjoyed a trip to Darbone National Wildlife Refuge or nearly 600 other national wildlife refuges across the country, the Duck Stamp Program is what makes those possible.
Hey, I bet you didn't know this. If you want to go to one of our wildlife management areas all over these United States of America, that duck stamp is your ticket.
Sure
You
is.
get in free, baby.
Help conserve our precious wildlife habitats today.
That's it.
Visit duckstamp.com to learn more and purchase your very own duck stamp.
That's right. You buy your
Remember,
own.
every stamp makes a difference. So visit duckstamp.com today and hurry.
At the end of the day, they're no more or less deserving of Jesus' blood than we are.
Exactly.
So,
We all need Jesus' blood, and everybody.
It's for all of us.
There's no difference.
Yeah.
For
There's no
them,
No,
for them to change,
their
you
sin
can
and-
really
No.
see the power in the name of Jesus.
Yeah. And when I tell you that dude got up, like you can tell, he spent 30 years thinking about what
Yeah.
he's done.
Oh, yeah. Well,
And he knows for a fact who he needs is Jesus.
believing in Jesus don't get you off of earthly death row.
Yeah.
It
He
just
knows where
gets
he's
you
at.
off of eternal death row.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, he
like-
knows where he's at,
Oh,
so-
no,
but he knows
hope
where
he
he's
got-
going.
Yeah, amen.
So
Yeah.
it was just
He believes-
unbelievable.
That Jesus is who he said he was.
Yeah.
That's when you get that. When you get that, you'll change.
It was unreal. If you ever get a chance to do any prison ministry, I highly.
So, in fairness,
Recommend.
you'd say the prison ministry is less for the prisoners and more for the people doing it.
That day, as I baptized probably 4 or 5 guys, I think 40 people were baptized. I got more out of it
That's one of the.
than maybe anybody.
The way I look
Isn't
at
that funny
is-
how ministry works like that?
Yeah.
No,
It's weird how that
Yeah.
stuff
That's
works.
how I
Like,
look at it. Okay, you said we don't know who's getting the most benefit from it. That's a God thing.
Oh, absolutely. No, that's the funny thing
Yeah.
about when you put yourself in uncomfortable situations like that. Like, I know Johnny D was dreading it. I was supposed to go, but his life would have it.
Well,
I was
I
gone an extra day. I had kids, and my father-in-law's
I
coming
wasn't
in town.
dreading it. I
Not
was
dreading
just
it, just nervous. Yeah, and I was
you
just
think,
like,
I got.
and
3
we had
kids.
podcasts to do, so I was trying not to stack it up on everything. So I was
That's
like,
why
you know
when he
what, I'm
said,
out.
Hey, they asked the question, you want to go death row? I'd have said,
I'd have been a little
I
nervous.
think
about
I'm
that.
gonna whip out on you boys. Okay, I don't think I can handle it.
Hey, can't recommend it enough.
Yeah.
Great experience. 5 stars.
As long as
But-
you're visiting.
The
Yeah.
coolest
Yeah.
thing about this is
Don't do nothing to get you there. Just go visit. You know?
God is behind bars.
Yeah, he's
He's
everywhere.
everywhere.
He's everywhere. He's
Okay.
everywhere.
But that's the cool part about it. Okay, like you said, hey, there's nowhere you can go that he's not there already.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And hadn't been there.
It hadn't been there before.
And there's one other place we have now been invited, my friend.
Oh.
Over yonder.
Oh, Godwin, you're going to like this one.
Godwin, there's a certain lake in Louisiana that is behind bars. You can't get to it unless you got an invitation.
Yeah, it's got real big fences around it.
And we got an invitation to go fish the lake in Angola.
Oh, yeah, they talked about that. Well, they was actually talking about if a prisoner escapes.
No, you ain't escaping that joint.
Well, I know, but they said, well,
Yeah.
there's too much against you.
You ain't.
Okay, because if you make it out of the confinement area, then you got to deal with alligators, cottonmouths,
Yeah.
all this stuff.
I mean, the Mississippi River right there. Ain't it?
Can you
and the
imagine
Mississippi
the big
River,
crappie
and
that's in that
especially
thing?
think about it. Okay, you choose to do it in flood stage.
Yeah.
Well, then now you've just doubled what you've got to face.
I was in the safest place maybe
Yeah.
on earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is an argument. Those maximum security places are hard to get to.
Hey, it was crazy. But so the other prisoners, they got jobs. There's a dude whose job it is to catch crappie for the warden
Yeah,
when
man,
like the governor
they eat
comes
fish.
to town.
They eat fish.
Godwin, if you're going to go rogue, go all the way. You may get that man's job when he steps down.
Well, I'll take that.
Hey, Godwin said, I'll volunteer for that one.
My dad said that sounded like a good time.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Sound like
Good
a good,
times ever.
good
Come
place for a,
on.
But
that
they
sound
did-
like a good place for a honey hole hat.
Hey.
They did tell me you probably don't want to bring a kayak. Like there's some large alligators.
Lizards. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, the
I
lizard
got a
population-
21 footer. I'll
The
bring.
lizard population is probably doing very well down there
Oh, I imagine.
in South Louisiana.
Yeah, I don't imagine they thin them out. They use them as security measures.
Yeah. That's part of the force.
Yeah, the rest of us thin
Oh,
them
yeah.
out.
Use the force.
But-
the only
Use-
thing is you got to
Use
dress
what
code.
God gives you, boys.
Dress code.
No belts.
No, you can't wear blue jeans and a t-shirt because if you get out of line wearing that, you might get tackled.
Oh,
You
yeah.
you got to separate yourself from as a visitor from resident.
Bright colors then.
Yeah,
Yeah, wear like chartreuses and stuff. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't be. You don't want to blend in. You want to stand out. You blend in, you don't know what might happen. It was I could go on forever. I'm not going to, but like it was the craziest.
I would stand out. I would
Sounds
be
awesome.
the one that was my pants would be wet.
huh?
Pants would be wet. Oh, TTing them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
TT.
couple guys that look
Yeah,
like
because
you.
that's what I was. Hey, I would stand out because there's something about going behind locked gates.
Any of them say anything about this podcast?
No,
I was
a lot of them like. Oh, so my intro.
I was curious because I don't know what kind of media they can consume in there. That
I
was
saw
my actual.
one
Very
hall-
limited.
Yeah, that's what I was just interested. I didn't.
One
know.
hallway I went down, there was like a 115-inch TV for all of them on TLC, very far away from. So I was like, "What's the point of that?"
Background noise.
But they did know you.
well, yeah.
I got up there and I said,
Well, no, that's what
Unc-
got me when we went to San Quentin. Every one of them in there knew me.
"None of them knew
And I
me."
mean, it was not what. It ain't just, oh, yeah, I've heard about it. No, they knew me.
They knew you.
all right, well,
They knew me.
I did this for you. First thing I said, "Anybody here know of Uncle Si?" And they said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, he's a good friend of mine, and he wanted me to tell y'all something. Y'all see that big sun up there?" I said, "Do you
I
see
know
it?"
the man.
I said, "I know the man who hung it."
That's right.
That's funny.
They all got a good laugh out of that.
Hey, that'd have been a good place to ask Black Panther questions.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's probably, who knows,
There may be one in there.
18,000 acres.
Security.
Yeah.
Good.
That's how big that place is. 18,000.
It's crazy, Mark.
Wow, that's big.
The bus ride to go from the rodeo, I got to go to the rodeo.
No, I think that. Now, I'll go for that.
I wanted to go see that. I ain't seen
Yeah.
it. It's coming up.
Yeah, it's like
October.
next weekend.
Ooh,
Oh,
is
that
it?
quick.
Ooh, God.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
this time
well,
of year.
sorry. That's
Yep,
bow
I got too
season.
much going on.
There was a big
I ain't
sign.
gonna be able to
Paul.
make it.
Hey, there was a big sign up that
I
said
got an appointment.
wild cow milking contest.
Yeah.
Wait,
So
what?
they go out and catch a wild
They,
cow.
well, they put it in the chute and you got like a 16-ounce Coke bottle,
Yeah.
and about 4 of them had to hold that cow down. One guy's got to get some milk in the bottle. But it's a while. It's a crazy heifer.
Same thing about, hey, they got a poker table and you're playing poker.
Yeah.
And there's so much money involved in the pot. Okay. The guy that does not get up wins the pot.
Yeah, the last man sitting.
Yeah,
right?
the last man sitting. When
They got
when
money the hard way.
They turn bulls loose, and they're out there waving red flags all around these guys sitting down.
I got a chip on his head, money chip,
Yeah.
money
Watch
the
this.
hard way.
Yeah,
Look at this.
Yeah,
I know.
The Angola prison rodeos, I assume what like 1942 rodeos were like.
no, they usually don't let everything out at one time.
We are watching a YouTube video where 6 cows just broke out and guys are just dodging them.
But
And they're trying to rope them so they can milk. That's insane.
A dumb question. All the guys in there are inmates?
yeah,
Yeah.
Like inside there?
Look, and now I can say I've baptized some guys right there where that cow's kicking that guy.
Oh, y'all did it in the rodeo arena?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it was
And
cool,
horse
man.
troughs or cow troughs.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's what
I gave one guy a concussion.
That was the
I
neat thing
gotta
about
apologize.
San Quentin. They didn't know how they was going to keep, because Corey said they was doing so bad and so fast. Willie and
Brandon.
the other guy, that the water was going out of the thing.
yeah.
And she said it was a God thing. Corey said we looked up later, and not only is the water should have been muddy, and it wasn't. It was clear. And at the end of this thing, after they babbed 86 people, it was still about 3/4 full. And Corey said, hey, we had looked and didn't think about it. And she said, God provided.
Yeah, and that's what stings. Like, that's the kind of stuff that, our media should want to cover
And don't.
and that you don't ever hear about.
Yeah,
Never
and
hear.
it
You
don't.
know,
No,
you
yeah.
don't. And that's
Yeah.
what it takes.
Controversy sales.
It takes platforms like these to actually hear the
Well,
good
no.
things.
Well,
not-
yeah. It,
Like you
or
said,
us
it
going
should have
out
been,
speaking across the
it should have
country
been
and
on
meeting
the
everybody.
front page.
40 guys in Angola
Yeah.
baptized
Yeah.
today. But
Yeah, it should have been on,
luckily, Corey's got some reach, so we got the word out pretty good.
right.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, definitely check them out. I do have other big news, Martin.
Uh-oh.
I can't find it.
Well, you're just full of joy today.
Today is a good
Owen-
day.
Owen
Did you
fam-
bring us some pizza?
Owen family of
I
six?
love it. I love it.
No,
Oh, not that kind of news.
Did you bring us some pizza?
I didn't bring pizza.
Oh.
I will say I apologize if anybody smelled anything. I made chili this weekend, and my stomach has been just running.
Good for you. Lucky
Good.
Charms chili.
Yeah, but
It
Martin,
ain't even been
Martin-
cold enough yet.
I know. I just like to pretend it's fall. I wore a corduroy shirt
Hey,
this
it was
weekend.
chilly on-
Hey, let me tell you something. As a guy who teal hunted every day, this last week was exceptional. Like,
Oh,
it was
no.
cool in the morning.
No,
Great
like,
weather.
like I mean, the mosquitoes didn't know.
I didn't hunt. I did
Yeah.
not hunt one day of teal season.
Well, if you
First time, and
if you would have just missed the
30
first week,
years.
you'd have been happy. But that second week was pretty good. Si, you remember when you were broke?
Oh, do I? About 90% of my life.
I know it. Look, hey, I think that goes for a lot of us in here. But you even when you ain't got nothing, them bills just keep on coming, and
I
you
think
just
that's one thing that never stopped.
it never ever. And whenever you look at them, you're like, how in the world am I going to be able to pay these these things off and all the things? It can be overwhelming. It can affect everything in your life, and especially now, thanks to COVID and inflation, 1 in 4 Americans have maxed out their credit cards. That's unbelievable. And now you're so trapped in debt, there seems to be no way out, but there may be. And we're huge fans of Better Debt Solutions, and I'll tell you why. Not all debt settlement companies are created equal. Better Debt Solutions has saved their clients over $1.5 billion. That's with a B.
billion.
Hey, baby.
That's $1.5 billion less than their clients owed. Better Debt Solutions offers fast-acting strategies designed to put money back in your pocket in month 1 if you qualify for the program. You need someone to stand between you and the bill collectors to stop the threats and harassing calls, and not everybody can have Si, who is a robo-killer himself. So if you don't have a Si, check out our friends at Better Debt Solutions. Better Debt Solutions and their partners implement your personalized plan with one main goal: to reduce your credit card and personal loan debt. But listen, some of these strategies are time sensitive, so you need to move quickly. We trust Better Debt Solutions to help settle your debt faster and easier than you thought possible. Visit betterdebtnow.com/
Duck.
for your free consultation. betterdebtnow.com/
Duck.
that's betterdebtnow.com/
Duck.
Martin convinced me to get something,
What'd I get?
and it is at my door. I just checked my
Oh, a
doorbell.
Uh-oh.
My griddle is at my doorbell.
Look at there.
I bought one from Pit Boss. I'm
Oh.
very excited.
Oh,
I just got
man,
that while we
new
were
Pit
sitting here.
Boss. What is
the
that,
pizza-
Navigator?
pizza cooker?
Oh no, that's
That
what,
thing is awesome.
that's like a hibachi from Waffle House.
Oh,
just
a
right
hibachi
there on your
from
back
Waffle House.
porch.
Oh,
I'm-
man.
When are you and your woman going to cook or something here, son?
You made some fried rice on it yet?
Well, it's in the box.
It's
I
in the
doubt it.
box on the front porch.
Well, let's go build some.
I know. I'm going home to build something tonight.
I'll go get some eggs.
Anyway, that's exciting.
You'll never cook breakfast inside again. It's
Yep.
crazy.
You're going to be outside.
The
on
problem is
porch.
we've been on waffles, but I think I'm off of waffles.
Yeah, get on that rice.
Well, you can make, I
Yeah.
mean, they call pancakes, but
Yeah.
pancake and waffle, same thing,
Oh,
just without
yeah,
shape.
Yeah. There was a huckleberry jelly up there in Yellowstone.
Huckleberry.
Everywhere.
Thanks for saving him.
And they had,
Huckleberry jelly.
we was
Disappointed in
going
you,
to ride
Martin.
the
Disappointed.
Teton. We was going to ride the trolley to the
Mhm.
top of the restaurant. They said you have to go up there and eat the huckleberry waffles. But it was raining. They won't run it.
Oh,
Ah.
pitiful.
And at the top of the mountain was cloudy. You couldn't see anyway.
How many times do you hear I'm your huckleberry?
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
Oh.
Right, you would have had a
But I know what. Every
I'll be your
time we
huckleberry,
went, there
baby.
was some huckleberry licorice.
Yeah,
And Jackie was on that, Paula's brother,
yeah.
and getting his daughter some. And Paula bought some pancake mix, huckleberry pancake mix for Johanna, and
I
some
want some of that
jelly.
jelly.
It was pretty good.
There you go. Well, what's in that inbox?
Well,
John
first
D?
off, 318-215-6559. That's Uncle Si's personal cellular device where you can leave him a message and
That's right. Call me.
we can play it here on the podcast. Call us, leave a voicemail, and Hunter's about to play us our first ever
Uh-oh.
from Si's cell phone voicemail. And here we go.
Hey, Uncle Si. Hey, boys. My name is Wayne. I'm a military guy out here in Portland, Oregon currently. I was wondering from Si, getting close to the end of my career here, enlisted like you as well. Just put on my E9, and I've got 3 years left. What's it like transitioning out of the military? To be honest with you, it's really the only life I've known. And what do I need to expect on the other end, civilians? So thanks for all y'all do. God bless. Talk to you later.
What was his name? Clay?
I couldn't hear it at the beginning because
thought
he
he said
decided to call and leave a voicemail while riding in a Jeep.
I think say.
Wayne. Wayne.
Wayne?
I thought it was Wayne.
An open Jeep.
I
Oh,
don't
it
know.
doesn't say on the transcript? It didn't
Yeah,
get that part of it.
no.
Well, we got a 50-50 chance.
New rule.
He
if you're-
knows who.
Go
we're
into a
talking
quiet room when you call.
Yeah, well, he knows who he was.
about.
First
Did you
of
hear
all,
what he said?
before Si answers this,
Thank you.
thank you for your service.
Yep.
Absolutely. Thank
And
you so much.
the answer to getting out, okay, first couple months, it's going to suck. Okay, because if you've been in the military however long you in, you get kind of ingrained into it, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And you're gonna miss the people and the guys and women you served with. So, but hey, then after that, it gets all right.
It's all right.
It gets
Yeah.
hot. Yeah,
You make new friends here or wherever you at.
I certainly can't offer any advice other than
No.
my heartfelt thanks for what you do.
Yeah.
And what you have done and what you'll do till you're done with it.
You'll just have to make your own missions. We call them goals.
You got any other ones, Hunter? Or
Oh, Hunter's got another one. Fire
Oh.
another one away, Hunter.
I feel
Hey,
like
Doug Call Room. This is Ian.
Hi,
I
Ian.
really enjoy listening to y'all.
I
got a joke
you.
for you. Can a kangaroo jump higher than the Empire State Building?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
of course it can. The Empire State Building
You
can't
can't
jump.
jump.
That's right.
Y'all have a good one. Bye.
that's right.
Ian,
Yeah.
my man.
Ian.
We got to work on your delivery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
leave that to Godwin, my
Hey,
friend.
don't give up your day job, Ian.
Leave those jokes to Godwin.
You know how many times Carter has told that specific joke in the last month?
Hey, good for him.
At least 7.
At least so.
At least 7.
Anyways,
Hey.
back to the emails. Hey, call us. Maybe you can outperform Ian. He put the bar about as high as the Empire State Building can jump.
Also matches Godwin's vertical.
Yep. But a kangaroo can jump
I can get a little higher now.
Okay, somebody
Little
emailed
less
in, and they have a daughter named Merritt
Merritt, yeah.
I know somebody's got a daughter named Merritt,
from North Carolina.
North
but they're not from North Carolina.
Merritt was diagnosed with cancer in 2019 as a baby. Tons of treatment, all that stuff. On August 17th, she rung the bell to signify that she was cancer-free. So that's
Whoa.
That is
awesome. 2020. So she's been cancer-free for a while.
Awesome.
But that's
Crazy.
awesome. But during her treatment, she fell in love
Uh-oh.
with someone who she shares a name with.
Oh.
Silas Merritt. And
Silas
a TV show
Merritt.
called Duck Dynasty.
Ah,
When she found out it was Si's middle name was Merritt, she started calling herself Si. So Si's her hero. Well, you were just in North Carolina?
Yeah.
And she finally got to meet Si. This is her right here.
ah,
Oh, look at her.
That's
Look at
Merritt.
Look at
and
young
that's
Merritt.
also her, but with a beard.
there you go.
Hey, she's looking pretty good, boys.
Hey, she got a wood duck call and a miss.
She does.
Look at there.
Hey,
That's awesome.
And she also met Phillip McMillan.
Oh,
Ah,
fair.
wow. She
But I
probably
just
got
thought that was a
something to
really cool email.
eat. It is.
That's cool. Yeah.
And so,
congratulations, there, young lady.
Yeah.
and they're sending us some
Uncle-
wristbands that say "Cancer messed with the wrong warrior princess."
That's
Whoa.
right. Ah, I
Heck
love
yeah.
it.
So that was the cool email of the day. And here's an interesting one that we haven't. I mean, we've kind of talked about it. And Martin put a video up of watching an alligator bite a hook the other day, and it just goes straight with this.
Yeah.
Kenny doesn't say where he is from, but his name is Kenny. And then he said he is from Thief River Falls, Minnesota. He just put it in a weird way. He wants to know what we think about the future of hunting, fishing, and the outdoor is. Range finding scopes, crazy crossbows, hunting clothes, trail cameras that allow someone to watch deer activity from anywhere, apps that allow a hunter to scout without even going to it.
Ain't it great?
I love I love scouting.
Hey,
I knew more about Angola's pond before I went there than when I
Yeah.
got there.
it's called technology, boy.
It's technology. Yeah,
look,
but look,
If
I
you
have
don't
all
use
that
it,
stuff.
If you don't use it, you'll lose it.
If I don't, I have all that stuff, and I still work my tail off.
Yeah.
Hey,
So-
that's part of the industry.
And I'm going to stick up for him here. He never says it's bad.
Yeah,
He's just wondering our opinions.
I think it's great. I mean, because you can be more efficient.
Yep.
And the way things cost these days,
Not only that, all of it is a great management tool. Okay, for your property and whatever you're trying to raise. Okay, and do the best job you do. Like we all want big bucks with big antlers. So hey, it's just a good management tool. Okay, like a lot of people are against feeding the animals, which hey, that's your opinion.
Well,
Okay, it makes your life better.
and I just don't understand the people who think they're Squanto or something and have been sitting in a bush with a stick and a string
yeah,
and they're the real hunters of the world or the real fishermen. Like,
Yeah.
let everybody do it the way they want to do it. And if you're not breaking
I
any-
done it that way.
yeah,
I like it this way better.
yeah, this way's way more fun. But like, I just don't understand the curmudgeons, if you will.
Oh, everybody's got to have something to die on.
It's just
They got to
like-
have a hill to die on. But as long as you look, every tool made, period, end of story. If you want to use it for bad reasons, you can use it for bad reasons.
That's right.
If you want to use it for good reasons, then you'll get the good out of it. Like I run cellular trail cameras.
Martin
For
loves
ducks.
a good cell
I
camera.
do love my spy points, but
Mhm.
I use them for ducks. Now,
And
if I
alligators.
use all of my tools scouting the night before, we always talk the night before. What are we doing tomorrow? We develop a game plan. We go. I'm not one of those that if I check my camera and then magically there are ducks where I chose not to go, I don't just load my crap up and go over there. I say, you know what? I chose wrong. I picked wrong. They win today. It is what it is.
See you
So
tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow.
In other words, you don't make a plan just to change it on a whim.
No, I don't. But there are people that'll sit there. I mean, I've heard stories. People sit there in their office, they get a picture of that deer, and then all of a sudden they go out there and grab their rifle, pull up to their place. They got it where they can sneak up on it and shoot said deer or something. I'm like, see, that's not what this tool was designed for. This tool was designed to keep you out of the woods and keep pressure off of animals, letting them be wild animals more often than when we're out there with them.
And you can keep an eye on them.
And you can keep an eye on them and your stuff and all the things, like all that kind of stuff. So, I think if you use it with the right mindset and the right reasons behind it, they're awesome.
Well, I'm going to send us out of here.
Finish it up.
Romans 12:2 is the verse that is my favorite verse in the whole wide world, and it's the verse I shared in Angola. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And that's the part we always hear about and say a lot. But the next part is, then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. And I'm here to tell you today, I don't care if you're in Angola. I don't care if you're at church yesterday, Sunday, whatever day you go to church. I don't care who you are. God has a good, pleasing, and perfect will for you and your life. And you can find out what that is just by following the man that hung the sun. He's Si's friend.
Ding, ding.
His name's Jesus.
We'll see y'all next time right here in the duck call room.
Goodbye.
We're out.